Are you tired of workplace drama wreaking havoc on your team's productivity? Are you ready to say goodbye to gossip, negativity, and unnecessary stress? I'm willing to bet your answer is yes. I'm Leslie Fiorenzo, and today I want to share 5 practical techniques to help you resolve conflicts, foster positive communication, and most importantly, create harmony at work. Every day, we're faced with a variety of situations that cause us stress. And typically, we make one of two choices. We place blame. We blame the other person, the other department, the other team, the other whatever, or we blame ourselves. We kind of beat ourselves up. And in a culture of fault finding and blaming, any difference is liable to spark a downward spiral of inflammatory thinking. The difference between departments like engineering and accounting, or the difference between sales and customer service, or the difference between job titles, vice president, director, team leader, supervisor. It's the difference between length of service, those new people, or the old timers who are stuck in their ways. When you hear statements like, they're all alike, they're never going to change, it's all their fault, you know you are stuck in a place of automatic or reflexive thinking, because the focus starts to be not only on the person but their personality, and this is going to allow the problem to continue and probably escalate. The better choice is to stop blaming and look for the source of the problem. It's what's called reflective thinking. Taking a step back, becoming curious, and searching for solutions, I should say. In this choice, the focus is on finding a solution to the problem, not on the people. When conflicts arise, it's essential to address them promptly and professionally. So consider implementing a mediation process. A mediation process involves a neutral third party to facilitate discussions between the two people or the two departments that are in conflict. It's a structured process that promotes constructive dialogue, de-escalates tension, and allows for collaborative problem solving. Establish clear policies and procedures. Clearly defined policies and procedures provide a framework for addressing conflicts and inappropriate behavior. Develop comprehensive guidelines that outline your expectations for employee conduct at work, conflict resolution mechanisms, and consequences for violating these policies. Ensure all employees are aware of these policies, understand the steps to take when conflicts arise, and make sure it's clear what the consequences for a violation are and hold to those consequences. Sometimes problems occur because one department's performance is measured in a way that conflicts with another department. Often salespeople are rewarded for bringing in the most new business, or how many new accounts they can provide. All good things, but sometimes then customer service on the back end is rewarded for how many companies they retain. And if there's a disconnect in the sales process, that can cause some problems. In one particular organization that I'm aware of, there was a difference between how construction folks were measured and how architects were measured. So construction, on time and under budget. Good stuff, right? We want to be within the parameters of the quote. And architects for innovation, design, and beauty, which are, again, hard things to measure, but it was written up in magazines and being promoted on social media, those kinds of things, given awards for their designs, creativity. Well, the problem was there was a disconnect between what the constructions folks had visions of and what the architects had visions of, and communicating that to the customer. Once the problem was discovered, and it was a 10-year-old problem, it wasn't a people problem, because people came and people went, but the problem still persisted. The company finally discovered it was how they were measuring and rewarding performance that was causing the issue. Maybe it's a workflow or work process problem. It's estimated that every workplace has about 2,000 processes, and problems can arise when processes are not documented, when people do not follow the same process for the same work. Imagine the blaming that took place between first shift and second shift in a warehouse until it was discovered the company did not have a standard process for how orders were produced for shipment. Once they standardized their process, once it was communicated and all employees were trained and the process was enforced, let's say, everybody was held to the same standard, voila, problem went away. Stopping workplace drama and creating a culture of trust many times takes an outside resource. Think about it this way. If you have a physical ailment, let's say you have a backache, or let's say you have a toothache, you often seek the services of a doctor or a dentist. Now, yes, there are some people who are just going to live in pain, but in today's world of modern medicine, we don't need to live in pain. When there's drama at work, people are in pain. Yes, it's psychological pain, but it's pain nonetheless. And if we just hope it's going to go away or avoid it or ignore the problem, it will get worse. I can almost promise you that. So find an expert, find a coach or a consultant who will come in, conduct a needs analysis, just like the doctor or the dentist. They're going to do an exam to uncover the issue, and then work with that person to design a solution that fits your workplace. To build a workplace where employees want to show up, want to work together, want to do a good job to meet the company's goals. So if you need a recommendation for a consultant like this, please let me know. But if you are working in a place where blame is common and drama runs rampant, remember, it's not the people that's the problem. It's the process or the system or lack thereof that's most likely creating the drama. So ask the following questions. Are there clear step-by-step procedures that are documented and followed by everyone? Does each department measure job performance in the same way? Are people rewarded similarly? Do people demonstrate respect and listen to each other? Are there standards of behavior that are enforced? Is conflict addressed in a constructive way? Anytime you answer no, that is the place to begin to look to solve your drama situation. As always, I would love to hear from you. Do you have any thoughts or comments? Feel free to drop them in the notes field below this video. And if you try some of these things, come back. I would love to hear about your results. Of course, if you know somebody that could benefit from this video, please share it with them. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get each week's video as it releases on every Tuesday. So thank you so much for listening today, and